Hey guys, it's me. I've been getting a lot of narcissistic feeds on my YouTube channel and like what empaths do and all that. And, I know what to do. I know what to do. I mean, I learned from the best. But also, narcissists are very unpredictable people. And I also know that when they also study like we study, they study us like we study them. Okay? Understand this. They study us like we study them. And the way that they do things and the way that they will flip things around is that they in turn will become an empath themselves. I mean, how do I explain this? They're not empathic, they're not empathetic, they're not any of that, but they can mimic that. They will mimic that. FYI. They're very smart because they only know how to manipulate. They set traps up, they set things up. So you have to be very I wouldn't say smart, aware. You have to be very aware of how dangerous these people are. I mean, if you were to see, like, what's that guy's name? The Watts guy, where he killed his whole family and, he put his two daughters down a well, like an oil well. Now, those records were sealed, okay? He claimed he was guilty. He wasn't going to take that to trial. The details of what he had done to his family are very gruesome. Very gruesome. There was an interview when they were trying to find his pregnant wife and his two daughters. You can see in that video where he's talking to the news crew how these people literally absorb people's personalities. That really, I studied that case. I actually got that book that was, what do you call it? Plagiarized by that lady that she said she was a Christian woman and wrote him like letters, and then she finally got a letter back and she was surprised. I think she only got like 2 or 3 letters, and off that she decided to write, plagiarize a book. It's fascinating. It's fascinating, but during that time, like at the end, whenever he was put to jail or they arrested him and he confessed, my husband, it was that same month, that same year, my husband like ended his life. So I watched that. I studied that whole case and I saw some similarities. Like, it was crazy. But I also watched Shanann's, his wife, and how she was totally oblivious. totally oblivious. And then when she got back from her trip, that was the last time she was alive. So yeah, there are different types of narcissists. Some are very capable of killing. They are like chameleons. But you have to be very aware and you have to like understand that these people have a lot of anger and rage within them as well. And that's something I understand too. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's information out there, but there's also something about it that is very, I don't know, dark, deep, and you wouldn't think people were capable of those things, but they are capable. They are, especially with the psychopaths and sociopaths. You know, I hate the word narcissism. There's different scales of that, like a spectrum. And yes, we all have a little bit of narcissism in us. Sometimes it helps us to move forward, but we know right from wrong, though. And most of the time, you know, good people will do the right thing. But you know, it just depends on how much of that is in them. You know, there's a monster in there. There's this little monster, and that's how I look at it. I know it sounds weird, but there's something that is unhealed, or they can't heal it, or I don't know why they choose to do the wrong things, but most narcissists that I've come across, they have a lot of karma. They have a lot of it. They do. Even including my husband, they have a lot of it. And they don't tell people about it. They don't. That's what they keep harboring. That's what almost feeds the monster. If that makes any sense. Because it does. You know, we always talk about healing, but there are some people that I feel like they are incapable of healing. And they just go through life feeding on people, you know, that's, if you watch Interview with the Vampire, I would have to say that whole book is about, you know, what they do. Like it is. Like Lestat is definitely full-blown narcissism. And I guess the other guy that had empathy for humanity he still didn't want to, you know, eat a human, he didn't want to like feed on human blood. Like he had empathy, like he was still human. So it's kind of like that. because life reflects art. All right, guys. That's it.